During the third millennium, in a strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover. As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them, as America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against the culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how, by refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
I've been crying for 24 hours.
That's a problem.
Are you dehydrated?
That's a problem.
I feel like you're probably dehydrated.
Probably low on electrolytes, too.
Royce Lopez.
I've been crying and I've been nauseous and sleepy. and
And
really
the air smells like rotten eggs.
And really sleepy.
These two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast. Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time. Here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce Lopez.
So you know how like you'll just be talking at the beginning of a show while the intro's playing, and then you totally miss your cue? That was this guy just now.
We're good.
Royce watched me. Just before he went saving, I thought he had already said it. I was like,
No, not yet.
And you were like, no. I'm like, oh, hi. Guys, Revenge of the Sis, Thanksgiving week.
Yeah.
Hey, who's ready to eat shitty dry turkey and cranberry sauce?
Yay.
Yeah.
But, you know, Mersh, the good news is...
It is like a humiliation ritual, Thanksgiving, isn't it? You have to hang out with family you can't stand, and then also eat dry turkey and cranberry sauce.
You know, good news for me is that since you know you've been to a couple of my Thanksgiving, and since we're Hispanic, we will have the turkey, but we'll also have pork.
It is true.
We usually have both.
But why is like it's just funny to me that even your family just gets peer pressured into having
tradition.
a turkey.
It's weird.
It's so
tradition.
dumb,
I
like
know.
right? Because when you think about it, right, what's important about the turkey? Nothing, right? The whole point of Thanksgiving is
agree.
to give thanks, to break bread with your family, and to take a day to reflect on family and the future and Christmas coming up. The turkey's fucking irrelevant, but every year they're like, and you're like, why? Big Turkey is fucking is they're on K Street. They're lining these senators' pockets.
No, but here's the thing.
It's neocons and neoliberals.
No, you don't need.
They're in Big Turkey's pocket.
It doesn't make any sense. Like turkeys, people eat plenty of turkey normally on sandwiches. So turkeys are. Look, the turkey market is fine.
Yeah, but they're not selling the whole ass turkey.
But what I'm saying is this.
Remember supermarket sweep? They would always grab turkeys. We've been
Because they were the
fucking
most
conditioned.
Because they were the most expensive.
We're being propagandized
No,
too.
they were most expensive.
You know what else is expensive? Diamonds, and you can make them in a lab.
But there was no diamonds in the supermarket sweep aisles. There wasn't an aisle of diamonds.
My point being, do you know why diamonds have value? Because people perceive diamonds to have value. They're not that valuable. Just like turkeys.
Okay, no, listen. I don't think it's a big conspiracy. I think that at some point, and here's the thing I don't remember. As a kid, we remember the Thanksgiving story, right? And the Thanksgiving story was, you know, the pilgrims came over here with buckles on their head because they wanted to make cornflakes and not have sex.
Mm-hmm.
And then like they made friends with the Indians and then the Native Americans, the wagon burners, and they made friends with them. And then they shared a meal. But nowhere in this story did they specifically say they ate turkey. So how did turkey... You know what I mean?
Because turkey is a Jewish trick.
No, I don't think so.
Mm-hmm. I
no,
mean,
turkey is lying to you.
Salmon is a Jewish trick. Turkey makes no sense.
Fucking, you know what, man? Just keep fucking sweeping up, fucking turkey, Janny.
I'm not
for your corporate masters over at fucking Tyson.
Fucking Gobble Guard.
Yeah.
Royce, you You don't know
I'm
the
not
truth. You
defending
don't know that
turkeys.
when turkeys came to before turkeys came to America, they were called birdbergs.
Okay, no,
They changed their names.
I see. Okay, I didn't see that Adam Green episode. Turkeys are a Jewish trick.
They are.
See, we draw turkeys with our hands in kindergarten
Here we
because
go.
that's the mark we used to make them make on Ellis Island.
I don't think that's true.
Turkey's
Gobble, gobble, gobble money, gobble, gobble, gobble.
Turkey is like fucking caviar. It's disgusting, and everybody's like,
You know
fucking
what?
hate
turkey.
Shut up.
Me
You
with
don't,
my
you don't like
turkey.
you don't like a turkey sandwich?
That's different.
No, but that's my point. It's the same animals. My point.
It's not.
There's,
No,
I'm
no, no,
sorry.
Royce?
There's a first of all, to answer your question, do I like a turkey sandwich? No. Do I like turkey added to a cacophony of other fucking meats on a sandwich? Yes. Okay, but it
I
needs
like
to
just
be
turkey
it needs to
sandwich.
be thinly sliced.
To
It
be
needs
fair, deli turkey is just but it's like several turkeys mushed through an
but
extruder, and that's something different.
I recognize. Listen, my point is, it's the same animal. You okay, Lisa? Like, there's one magical animal where all of this comes from.
A hot dog.
But like I only like turkey if it's I'm a ham, roast beef, and turkey.
I have a question.
American cheese.
I
guy.
do have a question then. Then what are your feelings on jive turkeys?
I fucking was
I
about
hate
to.
jive
God
turkey.
damn
I
it.
hate
bro.
jive turkeys too. We agree on
Dude, if
that.
I see any jive turkey, we don't want no jive turkeys up in here.
Okay, look. Speaking of
Families and friends.
Speaking of Thanksgiving,
I think what I'm saying is, folks, this Thanksgiving, take you two and your family to KFC.
I think what I'm saying is this Thanksgiving, scream at grandma.
Well,
Well,
it's
I
funny.
couldn't
It's
do
funny
that
you bring that up, Virgie.
Families and friends are getting ready to gather to
First off, Mersh.
Yeah, she's got some big honkers.
Yeah, those are. Would you hold on? Are they big enough to be classified as gazongas?
They're approaching Gazonga levels.
Gazonga levels. Okay. You know who does have gazongas? The one from Fox 26 Houston, the one you like.
Carolina Sanchez.
Yeah.
yeah, she's
Yeah.
she's stacked, bro.
These are flat and hang a bit, so these are yabos.
Yabos.
Yabos. Okay, I like that.
share a
Titty's
meal
so
and
big,
enjoy
you
each
got to pay a VAT tax when you go to Europe.
other's company. But what happens when someone
I like that the news is at the point now where she just leaves her fucking cell phone on the table.
Yeah, they all do now.
Yeah.
stirs the pot during the dinner table conversation?
Yeah, from
Oh, she's super pretty though.
politics to lifestyle to just long-standing disputes, navigating dining room dynamics can get a little dicey. Ivan Rodriguez has some tips.
Dicey, papa.
Or Andrew Dicey.
Oh.
Every 4 years, Thanksgiving dinner is often served with the hot side of post-election emotions.
No, not if you're normal people.
No.
Not
Yeah.
if you're normal people.
No, dude. No, it's not. Like this weird world. Like maybe there are some families, but like for the at least as far as I know, like nobody talks about that. People talk about how are the kids doing in school? We haven't seen you. Hey, what are we gonna do for Christmas? And who got your money? Who do you got your money on in the game?
That's it.
That's pretty much. And who cooked what?
Yeah,
That's it.
You
Like,
want
I
to
don't know,
fucking,
man.
You know what I mean? You want to have a couple drinks. You want to eat some food. You want to
Yeah.
loosen your belt buckle. Watch the fucking Army Navy game or the fucking the Cowboys Commanders.
It's the Commanders. The old stories I used to see as a kid, like Cowboys versus Commanders.
That's so petty that they ruined such
I know.
cool traditional shit. Every year we used to have the Cowboys versus the Indians. The whole
On
fucking point.
Thanksgiving.
It was the whole point of the fight every year.
How cool was that?
And now it's the Cowboys versus the Commanders.
And the mere mention of politics or social issues may be enough to turn a family feast into a family feud.
That fucking food looks like garbage, by the way. Can I say that's terrible food?
Yeah, that's
We often
It's mush.
talk about there being a price of admission to having conversations. And one of the prices of admission is that you recognize that some self-regulation might be a part of that.
Etiquette expert Daniel
Etiquette expert. How do you become one of those?
I don't know. This guy is probably useless, but I think that whatever he's about to say is probably going to make a lot of sense.
Yeah, let's see.
Senning of the Emily Post
He
Institute.
looks like he just stepped off set for the Winona's Big Brown Beaver music video.
advises building connections over shared experiences, from things like the weather and traffic.
So this guy's going to give good practical advice. So he's an expert in basically telling people, hey, maybe put a sock in it.
Can you calm down?
Just because it might be grandma's last Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So an
maybe shut
etiquette
the fuck up.
expert is common sense guy?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Hey, maybe just, I don't know, man, shut the fuck up. Yeah. just shut the fuck up just for today.
Just for today.
If you're going to be here all weekend, you don't even have to shut the fuck up tomorrow.
No.
Just today.
Just today. Shut up.
Look, Grandma has maybe 2 years, 3 years tops. That's not long enough to accept your life choices. Now, will you just shut the fuck up and eat your turkey?
And by the way, today you're Brenda. Okay,
that's it.
You're gonna be Brenda today.
You can
okay?
be,
you could be Brian tomorrow.
You can be Kai tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Or whatever you want.
Yeah, whatever. Today you're Brenda. All right. For Grandma, you could be Brenda. Now go put on a dress.
Grandma dead named me. She's 85.
Yeah, she's almost dead herself.
Yeah.
That's because you were named after her oldest dead daughter who died in the fucking 60s in a car crash, you piece of shit.
Seriously. No, it's not even a car crash. It's like polio or something even more tragic.
You were named after and look like her sister that died. She's gonna call you Brenda. Her brain's dementia.
Happening around you. But if you do choose
She was in an internment camp. You think she gives a shit about being non-binary? You think she cares?
Dude,
Imagine.
my family is garbage, and even they have decorum on certain days of the year.
No, I know.
Where like even us alcoholic dysfunctional people are like,
Yeah.
hey, can I talk to you for a second? Come here, I just want to talk to you. Knock it the fuck off. All right, they brought the babies. All right, grandma's here. Knock it the fuck off, or I will fuck you. There's always that level of physical threats too. I'm sure your family has it, where somebody occasionally has to get pulled aside and go, look, if you ruin Christmas for these kids, I'm going to fuck you up.
No,
You're
seriously,
like,
just shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up.
Sit down, drink your fucking eggnog, and pretend to be a girl for the rest of the day. All right? Okay.
Grandma doesn't understand what I'm going through. Nazis shot at her. Shut up.
That's a good point. Shut up.
Yeah, your grandma's fucking original husband died in the war, and then the first kid caught polio. Like, yeah, I think she knows a little thing about the struggle.
to wade into controversy, it's important to test the water first.
Get your etiquette antenna out.
No, show up with a MAGA hat.
This almost, I love that this is like literally for adults. This is advice for adults, but the guy is talking like he's talking to children because you're literally talking to children.
Because you have to.
It's time
You
to
have
put
to.
your consideration hat on, consideration hat on, consideration hat on. Then you're going to put your delicacy gloves on and handle this topic with dignity. You're like, I'm 30. You're talking.
You might be very comfortable talking about politics, but there's no guarantee that that's the way other people are feeling.
You're just saying that because you were bullied by Biff Tanner.
Or approaching those same topics.
He's like, also, this guy just throws it out there. He's like this. He's on TV and he's like, he seems like a total normie at first. He's like, look, maybe some people just aren't really as politically active as you are. For instance, I don't think Israel's a legitimate country.
Like, whoa.
And you know, sometimes at Christmas that upsets my grandma, so I keep it to myself.
It's also best to be
That's
cognizant
the
of
other
how-
thing. You know, there's going to be fucking insane lefties that are screaming
Oh,
about like,
yeah.
like burned Palestinian babies at Christmas time, and you're going to be like, could we just like, look, I get it. Yours can be kind of annoying, right? But today, do we have to do all this?
Yeah,
Let's
of
just
course.
open presents and have dinner. I don't know why we're ranting.
how those around you are feeling, according to psychologist Lynn Bufka.
I think it's really incumbent on those who feel that they won to really be as gracious as possible about that and as open as possible.
Because you know how,
now all of a sudden,
you know how like it's always the right wingers that are bringing this shit into Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. No, you're right. No, you're right. You're right.
You know, it's always the Trump people.
Come on, guys. You need to be Hey, you need to be gracious. You know how gracious the left has been the past 4 years?
You mean
you need to be gracious like them?
You wanted us to not have jobs or homes because we wouldn't get a vax.
That's right. You wanted people in jail.
So now, but now is the time to maybe. This is the same thing when they always go, guys. I think it's time we start to dial back this rhetoric. And it's like,
Yeah, okay.
You're the one ramping it up all the time.
That's what you guys are doing.
We've been more than reasonable.
To their family members.
And to remember that your loved ones are imperfect people who you have long-standing relationships with.
They're not all good or all bad. They're just complicated people.
That's
with
called
different
having a
points of-
fucking family. Oh my God, the election's driven people insane. Oh my God.
We have to re-socialize people.
This is crazy.
Just remember, your dad might be a bit racist. I know, it's my dad. What do you want?
Did you see by the way, thank you for this joke, Patsy. 4B Larson. She shaved her. She got a pixie cut.
No, that's...
He didn't even realize it was her. That's how bad it is. That's a before and after.
Did you think that was her new boyfriend?
That's a before and after. Here. Check it out. Back up a bit. Yeah. Yes.
It looks like alternate universe Ellen Page.
I never thought I'd say this.
Oh, no.
Brie Larson used to be hot. What is
Brie Larson did used to be hot. No one's ever argued that Brie Larson wasn't hot, okay?
She used to be decent.
Now
Okay.
she's
Hot's a little extreme.
sub-decent.
Okay, here's the point. Don't show her feet. Her feet are disgusting.
Oh,
but
God.
she has disgusting feet. But, wow, dude. Look how bad that is.
That's rough, man.
Next stop, Elliot Page, huh?
She's over there.
Well, no, she still
Got the
identifies.
tits. Oh, I guess got the tits too, right?
Yeah, she still identifies as a woman.
Still, it's such... Dude, what
Some people said they like the pixie cut. No, ew.
Speaking of Ellen Page, right? Like, it's criminal what she did to those things.
Elliot, sir. It's
Elliot, I'm sorry. It's criminal what he did to those things, huh?
Yes, thank
Those
you.
things were...
Elliot, okay, I think
that was one of the better pair.
We could say this. Elliot Page used to have nice tits.
Uh-huh.
We're allowed to say that, right?
you are
That dude had a rack.
That dude had nice tits.
He was... Yeah, that was sad. That was like when the Taliban blew up those Buddhist statues.
Is it gay to say, hypothetically, obviously, but is it gay to say you jerked off to Elliot Page's tits?
No.
Is that gay? That's not gay, right?
No, it's not gay.
Okay. Even though Elliot Page, for YouTube's sakes, is a man.
No.
Okay. Good to know.
That broke me.
I got to send a message to Frozen telling me he's off the hook.
Listen, if jerking off to that dude's tits makes me gay, then I guess I'm gay.
I guess.
I wonder why they wouldn't monetize those.
I have no idea. No one knows, really.
With me now, NBC News Justice and Intelligence correspondent Ken Delanian and former U.S. Attorney Barbara McQuaid, who's now an NBC News legal analyst. So Ken, today's news from the special counsel, not unexpected, but to be clear, this is still very historic. Explain why.
It's momentous, and it's going to cause a lot of
the special counsel files motion to dismiss federal case against Donald Trump.
thinking about what just happened over the last 2 years. So Jack Smith had to do this. He's an employee of the Justice Department, and as soon as Donald Trump was elected president, Jack Smith went to the Office of Legal Counsel and said, hey, does our policy of not indicting and prosecuting a sitting president apply in this instance before he even takes office? And they came back and they said, yes, we think it does. And so he had no choice but to dismiss these charges against Donald Trump.
I saw today when I was at the gym, I saw this morning on the TV, they arrested 2 more people in Volusia County for being at January 6th. So now they're going to start, Trump hopefully will pardon all these people, but they're still, up until Trump takes off, they're still doing it. They're still doing it. They're still currently doing it.
Saying in the filing, though, that he stands behind the prosecution. They are dismissed with prejudice, which doesn't mean all that.
I'd be sad, too. He built this entire case, and then the majority of people voted for Trump.
Jack Smith's bad day, huh?
Much, because the likelihood of these charges being refiled seems quite limited, and there is a 5-year statute of
This guy
limitations.
just said they were dismissed with prejudice, but that doesn't really mean that much.
For many of these charges. But still, it's a big day. It's going to raise a lot of questions about, for example, why didn't this prosecution happen earlier? What would history have been different had that happened?
But because you know why? Because they didn't have a case.
Yeah, they never.
Some
would say they never. Had one.
And also they were worried. See, because the reason this prosecution never went ahead earlier was because they kind of soft tried that, like a little soft launch with the other charges. And remember when they put those charges with him in New York and he sat in court, and what happened was polling numbers. They went up. So they were afraid that if they hit him with another one, they were going to do the same thing and push him even further up in the polls, because he would seem like, rightfully so, by the way, be a victim of basically lawfare.
Man, you guys handed this election in, huh?
They did.
You really just go
think
back.
back. Let's really think back.
Well, we were saying it when it was happening on, like, unfolding live. We're like, you're just gonna give this guy the election, man.
Yeah.
Everything you do backfires.
You shot at him twice. Well, you shot at him once, and you had another guy that was going to try to kill him.
You gave him a mugshot in current year.
Yeah.
Which is literally like,
it's crazy.
We live in a culture now where anyone gets a mugshot, they market it.
Yeah. I don't know. I really think that their brain was stuck like in this old media kind of way. Because, bro, Kamala outspent Trump by like a bunch. Like a lot of money.
Yeah, like more money than they had.
What was it? Beyonce got paid allegedly, like $10 million? $10 million to not sing, just to endorse her.
Awesome, dude.
Eminem got 1.8 million. Lizzo got 3. Just to endorse it, which is so super shady,
and then
right?
and then a bunch of the vendors got nothing because they aren't.
Oh, okay, but did the vendors put a ring on it? Yeah, I didn't think so, bro.
Or Texas Hold'em or whatever that
yeah.
song is.
Did were the vendors in 8 Mile? Yeah, I don't think so.
That movie was so bad.
Yeah, okay, well, whatever. Say whatever you want, but they weren't.
To the left, you ain't getting paid because I left, because I left.
It doesn't mean, though, that the special counsel's work ends today, right? He can still issue a final report. He can still kind of put out.
Yeah, okay,
What are you holding on to here? What are you clinging to hope about?
All of his
I don't know what Alex Murphy over here is worried about. It's weird, right?
evidence together in a neat package for us to read, right?
He's required by regulation to issue a final report to the Attorney General, who is likely to make that public. But in this case, we are led to believe there's not going to be all that much in a report that we haven't already seen in the public record. There's been so much evidence put out in both of these cases, and there isn't time for like an intelligence agency review of additional things that he might want to put out there. So realistically, we may not learn that much new from a report, but there'll probably be some strong language about why the prosecutor brought these cases.
Ooh, strong language. Yeah, okay, that sounds good.
Well, that'll show the president of the United States.
Homie's also special counsel's also going to resign because Trump. I think Trump said he would fire him in 2 seconds. This is one of the first things he said he would do would fire him immediately.
So, Barbara, let's turn to you now. Obviously, the special.
He promised again, by the way. Trump also reiterated that he will be pardoning January 6ers. Like he said it day one. So let's see. People are so fucking losing their shit.
honestly stalled. All I did was see that headline last night. Didn't even read the story. Just read the headline and I went, "Oh, motherfuckers are gonna be so salty this week about."
To the latest on President-elect Trump, he is blasting.
Look who it is!
Hey, it's our boy. I haven't
What's
seen him
up,
in a while.
man?
Mexico and Canada over their handling of the border and promising to punish them with high tariffs on day one of his administration. He's also vowing to raise tariffs on China.
Mexico and China's obvious, but Canada is hilarious. That's hilarious.
Our senior White House correspondent, Selena Wang, is at Mar
Wang.
Lago with the latest.
Oh,
Good morning.
yeah, we're going to do a very good thing big time.
This is national. This is national ABC News, so I can guarantee you it's not.
It's never even when it's local. We try this all the time.
Selena.
Oh yeah, tariff, very bad. Tariff Canada, so bad for Canada, the tariff.
Morning, Michael. President-elect
Good morning, Michael.
Trump is threatening to impose tariffs on America's top 3 trading partners. This would massively disrupt businesses and supply chains. It could also dramatically increase the costs of everything from cars, clothes, to oil.
Yep.
This morning, Donald Trump is warning America's neighbors, threatening to implement 25% across-the-board tariffs on Mexico and Canada on day one, if both countries, he says, don't crack down on their borders with the U.S.
See, brilliant. Everyone now they're panicking, and he's saying is like, all you got to do is crack down on your borders. That's all you got to do, and I won't do the tariffs. It seems like a fair compromise, does it not?
Well, remember when they made the joke about, Trump said they were going to pay for the wall. And it was like, originally, they were going to do that.
Yeah.
With tariffs.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and it probably...
Trump cites a new caravan coming from Mexico.
I love these trains. They're just on top of fuel tankers.
With a group of hundreds
I just love the fact how they're like, how Canada, like Trudeau's already giving him calls and being like, and it's like, buddy, he's including you because you're a neighbor just like Mexico. But
obviously
like,
talked about,
pretty sure Mexico's the bigger problem.
Let's see what he says.
Obviously talked about laying out the facts, talking about how the intense and effective connections between our two countries.
Now it's intense and effective connections. What?
I hear you, Justin, but frankly, you are a dork, and I'm not listening to you. We don't respect you. Everyone's talking about you poorly.
Go back and forth. We talked about some of the challenges that we can work on together. It was a good call. It
was good. I'm panicking. I'm panicking.
Yeah,
I'm not panicking.
I'm not Zelensky panicking.
But I'm panicking. I already wear suits, so I don't have to wear suits. You know, I don't have to change my clothes like Zelensky does.
This is something that we can do, laying out the facts.
This is whatever you want. I mean, like, listen, hey, we secure the border. What do we need?
Look, I am fucked.
Yeah, so listen to me.
Did you hear Merkel was bitching about him too?
Oh yeah, really?
She was like, yeah. She goes, God, every time we were dealing with him, it was like a one-upsmanship.
Hell yeah!
Constant competition. She's like, it's just going to be exhausting dealing with him again.
That
good.
Anytime you piss off anybody in the EU, it makes me happy.
It's so great,
so
isn't it?
funny. Yeah.
Moving forward in constructive ways.
That's why we liked him in the first place, was every time he went into any foreign lands or anything, and
Yeah.
they had like a G20 summit, you could feel everyone going,
Oh,
this
boy.
fucking guy. And he would just come in and he would do that handshake thing where
That
he'd pull
pull you in, he
everybody-
pulls you in.
Just alpha mailing everybody at like 6'5".
This is a relationship that we know takes a certain amount of working on, and that's what we'll do.
And hey, whatever. Listen, look, whatever it takes, whatever we do, we take. We do things.
You know, frankly, Justin, I'm the only one in this room that has not done blackface. SNL asked me to do it years ago. I said no blackface.
They wanted him to play Al Sharpton in a sketch.
One of the really important things is that we be all pulling together.
He sounds like a guy who knows he's getting a divorce, but he's still going to therapy for some reason.
Yeah.
Basically, like he's Howard Hamlin making the espresso in the morning for his wife. Remember that? Fucking Better Call Saul.
Together on this. The Team Canada approach is what works.
Oh, so you're going to
That's
get
where
Lance
putting aside
Storm,
partisanship, that's
right? Eric Young, we're bringing them back?
Yeah.
Nice.
where I reached out.
God, he makes the espresso. She just dumps it in her mug. Oh.
That's
that scene was brutal.
That show is brutal.
I know, but that scene was like so. It was so well done, so small, but it was so fucking brutal.
The reason that guy is so good, Vince Gilligan, is that it's not just like it's everyone always thinks it's like blowing up and meth and like killing people, and you're like, no, little moments like that they would film and write the right way were just brutal.
Or when what's his face was cooking. The with mustache, the guy that took over. God damn it.
Yeah, Lalo.
Lalo.
That's probably my favorite scene in the entire show is when he debuts. Is like one of the best scenes.
Immediately
when he hands him the dish and he's like, "You are going to die," and you're like, "It's so tense."
To agree with him that we would have a First Ministers meeting this week to talk about the United States. Talked with François Legault and some other premiers as well.
Yeah, no, I know you.
High energy, man.
These people, seeing them so crestfallen is so great, you know?
He's got that, we're doing really great
Exactly.
energy.
Immigrants, mostly from South and Central America, leaving southern Mexico last.
Oh, look at these fat Mexicans.
And by the way, remember when they always say too, like, we're endangering these children and this and that, right? We're not the ones bringing small children up on top of fuel tanker trains.
No, we're not. We're not.
But if one of those kids falls off one of those trains, somehow it's President Trump's fault.
It is. Well, it is his fault because he didn't facilitate letting him in here and giving him Obama phones.
That doesn't feel fair.
You're not being fair.
You're not being
You're
fair.
not being fair.
But
That's not fair.
But here's the problem. We're letting them in, but then they're still getting on these trains. So it's like,
They're coming to America.
On the boats, on the fuel
Not many
tankers.
people know that I fuel creatively by my massive hatred of immigrants.
But, I mean, this is... when you encourage them to do it more when you make it easy to get in here.
Of course.
So it's your fault, the people that are letting them in, they're the ones getting on top of trains with their little baby kids. So when they have no hope of getting through the fucking border, they stop getting on the train.
You can be mad at Speedy Gonzalez, but not if you keep leaving cheese on the floor. Like, you know what I mean? At that point...
This Ecuadorian migrant says...
Forget that. Even Slowpoke Rodriguez is getting across.
Eventually.
Yeah.
We want to be on the other side before the new president of the United States takes office, as he seems quite harsh on immigrants.
Yeah, good. Good feel that way.
Well, that's why you got elected.
The president-elect blames Mexico and Canada, saying his tariffs will remain in effect until such times as drugs, in particular fentanyl, and all illegal aliens stop this invasion of our country.
So permanent tariffs. Hell yeah.
I like that. That's awesome.
Mexico in particular is America's largest trading partner, with the U.S. buying near $500 billion of Mexican goods, like computers, cars, and electrical equipment.
Man, imagine though, hear me out on this. What if?
No, don't say it. It's impossible.
What if we made all that stuff?
What? In America?
Crazy, right?
Nah, I can't. Is that possible? You think we could do that?
We literally built this country on doing all that
No,
stuff.
we built it on rock and roll.
No, they built one city on rock and roll.
Detroit, ironically.
How'd that work out for you?
Not great.
Tariffs could greatly impact U.S. industries, with some experts warning that Americans could face higher prices on gas, cars, and food, just as inflation has been receding. Mexican authorities have broken up past caravans, with many more disbanding on
Look
their
at
own.
all this. I mean, come on, bro.
Yeah. But look. Clearly, this fatso's starving. Look at the fatso running away. Clearly, these people are starving. Look, see?
This is a
Standing
fucking
on their
invasion,
own.
right? I mean,
it is. It's a Zerg rush.
That's really what
It's
it
a
is.
Zerg rush.
Incoming border czar Tom Homan is now warning.
Tom Homan,
wild.
Tom Homan scares the shit out of me. And
Oh,
I'm,
yeah.
and I was born here, and I'm a white guy, but he's got that scares the shit out of you energy. He's going to be. That man is going to be a fucking problem.
I can tell the Denver mayor, try me.
Mm-hmm. He threatened to
Those
throw him
might-
in prison.
Mm-hmm.
Even Rand Paul was like, all right, let's calm down. And he's like, no, I'll put him in prison. I don't give a shit.
They will soon face harsher policies like family separation.
We got to enforce
There
immigration
you
law,
go. There he
or
is.
we're never going to fix the border, and it leads to a big national security vulnerability to this nation.
Later today,
Dude,
Homan
he's
will
got
meet
that
with Texas's.
where you can tell he's not a brilliant man. He's certainly no fucking philosopher, but he's an enforcer.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what we need in that position
Somebody
right
call him
now.
Judge Dredd.
But see, like he's the guy that would have made a great corrupt, like New York City police chief.
Yeah.
Like a Giuliani era police chief.
Broken
that would-
window
yeah,
policing?
just doesn't fuck
Yeah.
around. I don't give a shit if it's constitutional or not. If they got the pants hanging around their legs, or if they look homeless, you fucking search them. You find a gun, you throw them in fucking jail. I'm fucking playing with these. You're like, all right, dude. And then all of a sudden, kids can just go out at night and ride their bikes again, and everybody's safe.
It went from the porn center to where the M&M store is.
Dude, it was weird. The transformation was weird.
Republican Governor Greg Abbott as he prepares for his sweeping crackdown. If enacted,
What are
these
they going to do? Attach a broom to the back of his wheelchair?
Hey, Abbott.
Bow, bow, bow.
tariffs could violate the terms of the trade agreement between the U.S., Mexico, and Canada.
Oh, no. What are we going to do? Says the country that has all the power and leverage in the situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what's going to happen?
Ditto, you know what I mean? Like, hey, what are we going to do? Whatever we want, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's how this works now.
Which Trump signed into law during his first term. Trump also accused China of sending drugs pouring into our country, threatening an
wrong.
additional 10% tariff on all Chinese products too. Tariffs are a
Temu is shaking in their fucking boots.
favorite tool of Trump's.
To me, the most beautiful word in the dictionary is tariff, and it's my favorite word.
Trump's comments drawing responses from trade partners. The Chinese embassy saying,
Ching chong, ding dong, bing bong.
Dude, I was watching a Bald and Bankrupt video yesterday where he went to China, and he was in a place called Chongqing, and he says it so many times during the video, and I'm like, I don't know if that's a real place. B, this feels racist.
He's fucking with you. You think he's
and
fucking
and
with
if
us?
it is a real place, you tell the Chinese they're racist.
Tell them they're racist.
For having a place called Chongqing.
economic and trade cooperation is essentially mutually beneficial. No one will win in a trade war or a tariff war. And
I beg to differ. I think the ones receiving the money
win.
in this case would be winning.
Yeah.
Canada responding,
Canada responding with, we're really not going to do anything, so...
saying they'll continue to discuss these issues
Yeah.
with the incoming
Notice how
administration.
they don't even puff their chest out as
No.
much as Mexico?
No. They're like-
Yeah, we'll just do whatever America says, eh?
Trump used tariffs as a negotiating tactic during his first term, so he's reusing that playbook again. But if he
and
actually
how
follows
is the
through,
economy?
Ah, man.
Thanks, Chongqing.
Preach.
Also, that place is real, but he was mispronouncing it on purpose. It's Chongqing. And he was saying Chongqing. Fucking God.
Turgex, RTC clearly hates Turkey, but what is the consensus on turducken?
I've never had turducken. I always wanted to.
I don't think I've ever had turducken.
No.
Well, I would say considering turkey and duck need to be cooked a certain way to be good, stuffing one inside the other might not be the best fucking thing.
If it's good enough for John Madden, it's good enough for me.
Iris Serpent, Brie Larson looking like Sinead O'Connor. Kate 0880 says 90% of economists agree Trump's tariff will cause the Great Depression. Shut up. Yeah, doubt it. But this is good.
This morning, a major decision at Walmart, not about holiday sales, but about diversity programs. Also known
they're rolling them all back.
Yeah, I heard.
As DEI programs. It's
also Smash, by the way.
Absolute mega smash.
companies.
Also, could we roll back the diversity of the customer base at Walmart? Maybe I'll start shopping there again.
And can she roll up her skirt?
She's fucking hot.
Dress.
So when I go to Walmart now, they're rolling back DEI and prices?
Yeah.
Yup.
Programs, also known as DEI programs. It's joining a growing list of companies rolling.
Who realized, oh shit, this isn't going to fly anymore.
Yeah.
Them back.
This morning, the world's largest retailer says it's rolling back some of its diversity, equity, and inclusion policies. Walmart, which employs more than 1.5 million Americans, joins a list of major corporations revising DEI initiatives.
Is nature healing, Mersh? Is it possible?
I don't want to get my hopes up. I mean,
I don't want every corporation, but Walmart should be allowed to be racist, like it used to be.
I think everyone should be allowed to be racist.
Well, I agree with that.
Corporations and everything.
I agree with that, but I'm saying, historically speaking, Walmart was the racist target, and we were all fine with that.
Yeah.
The company saying every decision comes from a place of wanting to foster a sense of belonging, to open doors to opportunities for all our associates.
But can I rebut that statement? You're fucking Walmart. Nobody wants to be working.
No, you should have let it finish the thing. Associating the customers and suppliers. But let's be real. We're here for drug addicts and old people to have a sense of have a reason to live. Because that's pretty much who works at Walmart for real, right?
It's customers and suppliers.
This is the single largest employer in the United States. We are talking about a company that is worth almost.
Well, he's filmmaker and anti-DEI activist.
Almost $1 trillion.
He's one of those fucking annoying guys on Twitter.
Oh, I guess.
Oh yeah, he's one of those right-wing annoying guys.
Its own.
Robbie Starbuck, a political commentator.
He's like Benny Johnson without money.
Does he have a meme team?
An anti-DEI activist celebrated the development. He's previously pressured companies, including Lowe's and John Deere, to change their policies.
We were able to have frank conversations.
They replied, "Who the fuck are you?"
Walmart. And as I've said for a long time, I don't ask companies to take on my political views. I am simply advocating for corporate neutrality.
Walmart says many of the changes to its DEI programs were already planned and not a result of conversations with Starbucks.
I love whenever they do that. You know, it's like whenever a company fucks up their stock announcement and then they close stores and they're like, no, we were planning on closing a few stores. It's totally unrelated to anything that happened.
The company is pledging to better monitor third-party marketplace items to make sure they don't feature sexual and transgender products aimed at minors.
Okay.
Well, good. That's okay. Good.
Walmart says it will also review its funding to Pride events.
You feeling it?
Uh-oh.
You feel that?
That one, the top one, okay. But the second one, okay.
Pride events and will end racial equity training programs for staff.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
Okay. Sounds good.
Let's
GLAD, an LGBTQ advocacy group, has said we cannot let fear and fringe anti-LGBTQ activists dilute the work that has been done in the name of visibility, acceptance, and opportunity.
Sounds good. Hey, here's the thing, though. It doesn't matter what you think because, see, the problem is all these places tried it your way. And what ended up happening, people told them to go fuck themselves.
Companies need to listen to our movement. We are powerful and growing every single day. We will not stop until we have eliminated wokeness in corporate America.
Walmart also says it will no longer consider race and gender as a way to increase diversity when offering supplier contracts.
I don't even know
Wait,
what
you
that
guys
means.
were doing that before? I didn't even know they were doing that.
No.
Oh, this is fucking hilarious. Okay, get ready. Have you seen this clip?
No.
Okay. There's only 30 seconds, but it's funny.
No one's regulating the inward. No one's regulating the criticism. No one is regulating how people are treated.
Oh, she's referring to Twitter, by the way. She's saying no one is regulating the N-word on Twitter.
No one's regulating the N-word. No one's regulating the criticism. No one is regulating how people are treated.
The last time we regulated N-words, we had to fight a civil war. So we can't be doing that anymore, racist.
Yeah. Ma'am, trust me, nobody wants to regulate the N-words more than I do. But you know what I mean? It's you can only do so much. And especially with these Soros DAs now, we can't even regulate these N-words.
We're on your side, if anything.
No one's...
Well, somebody please regulate the N-words.
I think we should propose an amendment, a new amendment, because well-regulated N-words being fundamental to a free and prosperous state.
Listen, all I want is rational N-word regulation. That's all. Common sense. What do they call it? Common sense? N-word regulation?
Called stop and frisk.
Whatever you need to call it. I don't really care what you call it, The old I smell weed in the car?
Yeah, exactly.
No one's regulating the N-word. No
You know
one's
what's funny when you smoke weed too? Is the funniest thing in the world is like when you regularly smoke weed, right? Is there anything that makes you angrier than when you get accused of smelling like weed on the day you really did not smoke weed?
I know, that's the worst. Yeah, you're like, but I
Start
did it.
getting pissed and like, no, I smell a little marijuana. And you're like, there's no fucking way.
Yeah,
You want
I
to
have
search the
not.
car? Search the car. I know I don't have weed on me. This is fucking bullshit. And you know what? Fine. 6 other days out of the week, you probably would have had me dead to rights. But this is bullshit. This one time.
No one's regulating the N-word. No one's regulating the criticism. No one is regulating how people are treated.
How much government
or the
regulation
lies.
of the
What
First
criticism?
Amendment
Are we not allowed to criticize things anymore?
But that's exactly what he says.
The First Amendment are you for?
Let me tell you something. If I came on here and I just started calling you all kind of names, do you think the bosses would let me continue to do that?
I mean, it happens to me occasionally. I don't know if you
well,
watch
it
the
doesn't
show.
happen. For me, and I know that I wouldn't be able to do that. There's a level of professionalism and
Yeah, but you're at a job. Twitter isn't a job.
Yeah,
like there's a difference between a job where, you're right, you can't just say the N-word versus free speech where you can say where the fuck you want.
and what we do here, because we are journalists and we adhere to something at least morally.
Yeah, but Twitter isn't journalists. It's just a bunch of people hanging out.
No, but here's what she's kind of revealing to all of us right now. Before Elon bought Twitter, it really was just a place for journalists. Who are the only ones getting
traction,
boosted and getting like it was all journalists. And Twitter was a journalists like club where they all got to come in and be like way up in the ivory tower and look down on all these people for likes and retweets.
Right.
And the whole paradigm shifted and all these independent accounts started breaking loose. And it's annoying them. So she's kind of like showing how bitter and just petty they are. She's like, well, there's just no more like regulation. Like, all the journalists. No, not everybody on there was a journalist. Just the check marks you used to have group chats with.
Yeah, you're right. Well, speaking of, Sonny Holston.
What?
Wow. I'm a little bit in shock.
Oh, sorry. Sonny Holston found out that her ancestors owned slaves. So.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
That's weird. My
I'm
ancestors never owned
shock.
slaves.
I just always thought of myself as Puerto Rican, half Puerto Rican. I didn't think I was, my family was originally from Spain and slaveholders.
Look at her smile.
Sucks, huh? That's why, see, this is why we generally don't like to sling our ancestors' sins at one another all willy-nilly, because a lot of us had nothing to do with it. And it's a very, what is it? It's just an exercise in futility. And it just eventually comes down to the fact that turns out we all come from some long line of murderers and rapists and psychos and skull-crushing lunatics. All of us, if you trace it back long enough.
Turns out we have a legal note here. My ancestors actually owned people. So it's a legal note that I have to
add that
read.
to your little legal note.
Yeah.
Dude, oh God, I'm ruined.
That's a good laugh.
I'm ruined.
That's the laugh, right?
From Spain and slaveholders.
Yeah. So how are you feeling, my friend?
Powerful.
I think it's actually pretty interesting.
The ghost? Of the dead slaves.
So if my ancestors owned slaves, I would be like an oppressor. that
You
needs to
are
pay
an
reparations.
oppressor.
But when your ancestors owned slaves, it's like,
funny.
oh, it's pretty
It's
interesting.
interesting.
It's interesting.
It's interesting.
Certainly, a
I
topic
said it
for
was
the-
interesting.
The slavery. It's so funny. You bitch. I bet you have talked about indigenous people and colonialism
Yep.
at least a couple times in your lifetime. And you're from Spain.
Yeah.
Literally the OG colonizers.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
basically just Spain and England. And then
Yeah.
France started to figure it out, but like, come on.
Let's put it this way: Spanish colonies didn't have to buy slaves.
I just, I think it's actually pretty interesting that my husband and I
Yes.
have shared roots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you both own
old
slaves.
people. Did you guys regulate N-words?
I didn't know your husband was Jewish. No, we have a shared commonality. My husband's Jewish, so like my family owned slaves. His family owned the boats.
You sure you don't have a sharecropper commonality? Wow. So we could call it famed slave owner descendant Sonny Holston.
Pretty
You know, Sonny, I for one am fucking disgusted.
I am too. You know what? Institutionalized generational misogyny. Honestly.
Whatever that is.
I don't know what that is, but they bring it up all the time, and I kind of feel like she just did one of those.
Yeah, you guys are always throwing out worthless word salads. Why not him?
Yeah, why not?
Let's just start stringing
We're gonna
these
do
words
it.
together.
Yeah, we're gonna start doing the View, but for dudes.
Mm-hmm.
That my husband and I have shared roots.
Yeah.
So I do appreciate that. And I think it's great for our children
Your free children.
to know this information.
To know that someday we could own people again if we work hard enough. Restore our family to its former glory.
We were royalty in Spain.
I guess it's a fact of life that this
Can
is
you
how
imagine
some
a
people.
Puerto Rican fucking slave owner? Like, bro, like pick the fucking cotton, bro.
Fact of life that this is how some people made their living on the backs of others.
Actually, it'd be
Well, no,
funny.
your family did. My family didn't. Your family did that.
I think it would be funnier though if it was a New Yorican slave owner.
Oh yeah,
That would be way more fun. Like, yo, dog, you gonna get to switch dead ass. Better get to picking that cotton dead ass, dog. They're stomping you out with Timberlands on.
Dressed like a plantationer, but still a bubble coat over it.
Yes.
Colonel. yeah. Colonel Sanders been a bubble coat. Hey, Ray.
Lab-grown meat has arrived in this country. Would you ever eat lab-grown meat?
Lab-grown meat?
No.
What's that? I thought
I feel you, man.
this was meat. Or this. Or this.
Is Stasso gonna be for or against?
I don't know. I have no idea.
But no, I'm wrong to assume that. Meat is now being grown in labs. To make it, they use a syringe to...
Would you try it? Would you try it?
Just try
Just
it?
try it. Like, I'm not saying go buy it and make a whole fucking bunch of burgers on a grill. I'm saying if there
A
was
little
like-
bite.
If there was
If it was a little bite, I would try it because
if
out
you were-
of morbid curiosity,
if
right?
you were at a nice place, like where they made good food,
Yeah.
and they were like, yeah, we're trying this lab grown meat thing. Like, we got these.
But only if it's cooked in seed oils.
What I'm saying is, if it was just like, or if you were at like a Costco or something, right, and they had these like delicious little sliders.
Yeah.
Just a little slider where you could just take a bite and go.
I recognize.
I
that
would try it.
I wouldn't want it, but out of curiosity, I would want to try it because I would want to know for myself what it tasted like.
Yeah. That's
Like in the same way I've tried a bite of an Impossible Burger. Like I wouldn't normally eat it, but out of curiosity, you want to know what does it taste like.
Yeah, I'm not saying go out and order a whole fucking burger and
No,
fries
no,
with it.
no,
But like
but
if they
I
have,
hear what you're
they have
saying.
little sliders with the toothpicks at a
Yeah.
Costco, and you're like, oh, that's the lab grown stuff? I'll give it a shot. Who knows? It might be good. I don't know. I don't like that they're outlawing it.
Whole tissue out of an animal.
The tissue is cut into minuscule pieces to separate the muscle fibers and cells.
Okay.
the cells start dividing. When all these little pieces
So
of
you're like eating cancer, right? Like you're basically eating cancer because you're growing cells, you're multiplying cells, so you're eating.
I mean, we're already eating cancer.
muscle are layered together.
We are cancer. Let's be honest.
What is a hot dog off the grill but cancer?
That's true.
Get exactly
delicious.
Yeah.
The same thing we started with. Beef.
But is it safe? Well, U.S. regulators have approved it.
Is that it?
That's
Cultivated
not
meat producers
go based
now
on
getting
that.
the green light to begin commercially selling their chicken.
Take your fake lab-grown meat elsewhere. We're not doing that in the state.
Okay, but I don't like that either.
Florida
I don't like that either.
and Alabama quickly outlawed lab-grown meat.
And we appreciate that ban.
Bill Ballard lobbies for cattlemen.
It's a recognition of the importance of preserving the family farm structure of agriculture in the United States. And if it weren't for Alabama and Florida doing it, then the meat packers would have the ability to pass it off to unsuspecting consumers as if
No.
Time
Time out, Tony.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all for clearly labeling and regulating this shit so that you know what I mean, is that the lab grown shit, or they have already mastered this in so many other food categories,
right?
Of like where they go, oh, is that organic or is it not organic? Very easy to read a label and go, oh, okay. Plus, if you're getting like a $6 porterhouse, you know what I mean, that it's probably lab grown meat. You know what I mean?
I agree with the fact that I think they should be required to label it so everyone knows. But I don't like banning it.
This guy's a fucking cattle lobbyist, which I don't like him for that.
They don't conceal it. They say this
Hey,
is
unrelated
cultivated.
note, I'm grilling up some $4 tomahawk steaks. Anybody want one?
But you know what I mean? You should know at that point. Like,
lab grown meat at this point is probably more expensive than a regular meat has to be.
For now. But once they figure it out, like any other thing, once you can mass produce something, it'll be dirt cheap.
It is, but they haven't told the public exactly what's in it.
They pull it up.
You know how it's going to start, right? You know it's going to start, right? Hear me out. You know I'm right with this. It's not just going to start out with them. It's going to start out with them using it as lab-grown meat when it becomes cheap enough as filler in regular meat, like in burgers. Like, there'll be some regular meat of like 40% regular meat and 60% lab-grown meat. Where, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, where they're filling
like
that.
it's a filler.
Oh, yeah, like especially with like ground beef and stuff,
like
they
that.
can kind of mix
Yeah,
that up.
yeah.
Again, though, I'm all for it as long as it's labeled. And if you want to be the guy that's like, hey, I like to ball hard, just give me a regular steak that you cut out of a fucking cow's ass. You know what I mean? Like, I want a chunk of a cow you cut off. I want to eat a real steak. You can pay for that.
And grow it in the lab. It's still the same source.
But not produced in the same manner.
How do you grow meat in the lab?
Some activists suppose it too, making videos like this.
You use something called immortalized cells, meaning they grow like a tumor.
Well,
that is true though.
Yummy.
Want to taste it? I think I'll pass.
Now lobbyists are persuading politicians in other states to ban lab-grown meat.
I would not eat I would taste it like I said, but I would not normally eat it. I would rather eat normal meat, but I do not like the government banning stuff in general.
No.
So that's my problem.
The government has no right to regulate what you put in your fucking body.
I agree with that.
Lab-grown meat
Especially if they do start to figure out a fucking streamlined system. I mean, this could certainly be a good thing for hunger, for a lot of things. So yeah, I don't like. I hate it. This goes back to like the stem cells thing back in the 90s and the 2000s, where everybody was so scared of. Everybody was just being a Luddite and being like, no, we got to outlaw this because they're going to keep murdering babies for all these stem cells. And it was like, no, they can, once they have stem cells, they can clone stem cells. Like, you know what I mean? And then they'll perpetuate more stem cells. Now we have stem cells like where you could, this guy fucking wrenches his fucking vertebrae the wrong way. They can go inject stem cells in you and your neck is a 24-year-old's neck again.
I guess did they do a taste test?
Everyone in our test could tell the difference. In this taste test of a different lab-grown chicken, this food critic couldn't.
I was so sure that this is the real chicken.
All this raises the question, why not let us consumers decide?
There you go.
Thank
you, Stossel.
I didn't know which way Stossel was going to go.
It's Stossel.
Fucking A, bro.
He's going to be Stossel.
Hell yeah.
bribing politicians to ban it.
The government has a legitimate role in ensuring that we have an abundant and affordable and safe food supply.
Yeah, but here's the problem. And listen, well, maybe on paper, but then the other side would argue that the government has a role in stopping you from having cows because when Democrats are in the office, they'll tell you that you have a role in climate change because of all the cattle you have, so you have to stop. Like, I don't want the government involved in either side of it. I don't want the government telling whatever these scientists, whatever the fuck they want to make, as long as I know and I could choose. My thing is, like, as long as you let me choose what I want to put in my body and you don't make me, I don't care what you do or what you make. I just want it to be clearly labeled what I'm eating. That's it. I want nutrition facts and word. That's it. But
I take that shit so far. I think you should be allowed to walk in as an adult and buy a heroin at Walgreens.
But what you're saying is, do you think the government should
should
subsidize the cattle industry? Which, again, I don't agree with. I think look, fucking steak on its own is good enough that you don't need the government subsidizing it.
Of course.
And I don't think that anyone should be stopping you from having cows. I fucking love meat and all that stuff. So I ain't no fucking gay-ass vegan. But also, I don't want the government telling anybody else what to do either.
Why? You can't say that about this lab-grown meat.
Lab-grown beef would make the food supply more secure because you'd have another choice.
You should not be able to make that decision when you know that the decision will have the effect of threatening the viability of our food production.
You could have.
Okay, so what you're saying is you
doesn't
want to
do that.
you want to remove choice because
You want government protections.
You want government protection to keep you in business. But I
What
don't
did I
agree.
tell
I
you?
don't want anyone to have government protection. No.
What did I tell you
Don't
earlier
like
about
that?
I told him about big. See, Royce didn't even believe me about big turkey.
You're right.
He's not
Now
even.
he's
not
right.
even ready for big beef. That's way bigger lobby than big turkey.
I just don't like the government. No, but my point is, look, I don't give a shit if you call libertarian. It's not even about that. It's like during COVID, we saw what happens when the government could control what you do and what the
Yeah,
what
it's
can be
awesome.
I don't want. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
So because of that,
Stimmy
like,
checks, you get to
no,
stay at
no,
home,
thank you.
gain weight.
No, I don't want the government telling anybody what to sell or what not to do. Sorry, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I don't trust the government. I listen. I don't trust the government at all in any fucking way. And if you do, especially the past 4 years, you're a fucking idiot. Like, you know what I mean?
Said this about horse-drawn carriage.
The reason that the Trump administration won is because one of their biggest promises was to dismantle a lot of the government. That's why people want less of it, not more.
Years ago, ban cars.
There are sacrifices to be made with progress, but one sacrifice we cannot make is the ability to maintain a viable food production system.
I love this. He's like basically going, look, progress is progress, but we have to, in this one case, make sure my competitors are not allowed to progress.
I don't.
Just this one time.
I'm not chilling for lab grown meat. I do think it's basically like a tumor, and it's not something that I would consume normally.
I'm in their pocket, so I'm totally shilling for them.
In any way, but also like I also don't like any of these corporations thinking that the government needs to protect them. No, why? Why do we need to protect any of these fucking corporate? How would it fuck up the food source if there's just an extra option? Like, I don't get. It's like
How
it's
is
like,
this any different?
like Impossible Meat. Perfect example. Impossible Meat. How is that fucking? Right? What's the difference?
This is like banks trying to get the government to crack down on crypto.
Yeah,
and it's like, you know what I mean? Oh, so you just don't like your competitor?
Yeah.
I don't buy his logic. Allowing an extra option would make our food supply more resistant to disruption.
We can make the equivalent of millions of chickens, and we only produce the edible product of the chickens. There's no beaks, there's no feet, there's no feathers.
And no animals are killed.
Chicken meat production is sadly...
I think that's going to be a big upside, too. I mean,
there's going to be a lot of people that will eat lab-grown meat because of the animal thing.
Attractive product for people like them, because this is a way for them to say, like, literally vote with their plate.
Would you buy laboratory-grown food?
Yeah, I liked it.
We should have the freedom to vote with our dollars, decide for ourselves if lab-grown meat or lab-grown anything is something we want. Maybe we won't like it. Then we won't buy it. But
Amen,
it's wrong
brother.
when politicians forbid us to try something.
Amen. Dude, fuck yeah. Stossel rules. I love Stossel. Genocide Circus. People complaining about DEI for Walmart haven't been to Walmart across the country. They always got even demographics of the local area poors as employees. It's true. Cade is 0880. Hidden History. Punch. Real Tariq Nasheed. Wendy Williams has dementia. LOL. Feral
Jesus.
Pigeon. Put lab grown meat on the wheel, please. Wrong show. Cade, Saint Vex Plus says just $20. Just let cows and chickens fuck, not each other, but their own respective species. That seems a lot easier to me. Yeah, you don't want cows and chickens fucking? Mersh, I'm gonna do a quick live read here. I mean, I think we should. Let me just check.
Yeah?
Yes, I'm gonna do a I'm gonna do a live. With President Trump's historic victory, I need to ask parents to please listen up. Now that President Trump is heading back to the White House, he said he wants to teach our kids to love our country. And the best place for them to start is to learn all about President Trump and his vision for America and his second term. That's why Mike Huckabee's team put together the Kids Guide to President Trump. And to celebrate President Trump's victory, they're giving it away for free. With fun illustrations and easy-to-follow content, this important guide teaches kids all about President Trump's accomplishments during his first term, and it helps kids understand his goal for the second term. Mike Huckabee wants to send your family this free guide so you can teach your kids the truth. But please hurry because supplies are limited. To claim your free kids guide to President Trump right now, just visit kidstrumpguide.com. That's kidstrumpguide.com. And if you like this show, I will say tomorrow's the last episode of the week before Thanksgiving, and it is a Locals and Patreon exclusive shows. So if you look down below looking at Rumble, just join our Locals. Description of the video, there's the link, or patreon.com/we're-not-sorry. Description's also in the link if you're over on YouTube. Just sign up for one of them, but they're both $7 a month. You get the same content in both, no matter which way you go. Tomorrow we do have a fun pre-Thanksgiving episode. So, ROTCstore.com, right? Yeah,
Get swagged out.
Yeah, get swagged out over there, guys. Buy our merch, and we will be right back. Stay where you are. We're going to pee together, holding hands.
Let me see it. Oh, yeah, that's good. That's great.
Thank you. Thank you. Is it cute?
Yeah, so cute.
Send it to me. Me too.
Yeah, okay. Sending now. Okay. Look what I just posted. Brunch with these two dum-dums.
Oh my gosh, so good. Is this good? I said Sunday fun day with these idiots.
Yeah, that's good. That's great. So cute.
Okay, so cute. Look what I just posted. Eating crap with these sacks of shit. If they died tomorrow, no one would shed a tear. So cute.
Wait, what the hell?
You called me a dum-dum and she called me an idiot, so. Yeah, when you post a pic of yourself where you look really cute, then you have to say something a little self-deprecating so it doesn't look like you're just bragging. Oh, okay. Got it. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, this is good. Okay. Slapping down some pig shit with these fat fucks, and I'm the fattest of them all. If I died tomorrow, no one would shed a tear. Load my freaking lard carcass into the mud. No coffin, please. Just wet, wet mud. Bay.
Jesus, Brenda.
You called me a dum-dum.
Right, it's like a term of endearment.
Okay. All right. I got ya.
Okay.
Gulping down some pig dicks with these bags of meat. Sunday fun day with these pig dicks. Hope nobody gulps us. So, are we the pig dicks or the bags of meat? Okay, let me try another one. Slurping down fish piss with these wet chodes. Total tuna cans. Put a bullet in their fucking brains and leave their wet bodies on the side of the road. Boo caught me sleeping.
You're not sleeping.
Okay, let me try another one.
Okay.
Sitting here with two bona fide pieces of hog shit. Basically like the same thing. They're mad because I won best hog at the hog shit snarfing contest. But I'm not mad because we're all loads of beef sitting on the side of a highway getting our butts sucked by flies. I tagged you both in that.
Why?
Why are you guys bullying me?
Second hour, ROTC. Thank you for staying with us. We appreciate it. If you want to donate, hey, donate on Rumble or read it on the air. Or go to Ko-Fi right now. Ko-Fi, ko-fi.com/revenge. All the ways to donate are in the description of the video, and we will read your stuff on air. You know, not like it for $1. Like $1 is like ridiculous. Some of you are like, oh, here's your $1. Read me a paragraph. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, we're not doing it.
Okay. Nope. We have to have some sort of standards around these parts. Okay.
Somebody has to.
Yeah, seriously. Let's see here. Yeah, we're doing this. That's the one. Okay, here we go. Guess who's all elite?
I have been in touch with Tony Khan today, also with the other executives at AEW, and I will be coming back.
Boom.
Doom.
I will be back in the ring again. Do not worry about that.
You did really good, right, Mersh?
Do not worry.
How was the match?
All right, so
it was really good.
Boom or doom, Mersh. Boom or doom. The match.
Boom or doom.
I give it a big doom.
Oh, really?
Oh no!
It was so sloppy.
Was there a Rizzler running?
No, there was an AJ run, a Big Justice running. Big Justice did the worst spear I've ever seen in my life to a full-grown man.
Okay.
And he sold it.
He did.
Yeah. It was
QT Marshall.
Yes.
He has about a 6 to 8 week recovery here, but then I will be back in the ring again.
6 to 8 weeks for one match? You're not in great shape, huh, pal?
I will be doing a few things
Probably
with
all those
AEW,
double chunk chocolate
during that-
cookies.
And chicken bakes.
Fucking Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy will be there Wednesday night wrestling.
So stay tuned. We got some real fun stuff coming your way. AJ and Big Justice, we are all elite, and I will be back in the ring before you know it.
But what about the Rizzler? And what about the double chunk chocolate cookie?
The one true eagle. Here, read my paragraph, but he gave me $10. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, this is fine.
Pope Francis has now confirmed a 15-year-old who died of leukemia back in 2006 will be canonized next year.
So, but hold on a second. How does this work?
Can I explain how it used to work?
Yeah, how does it work?
In order to be canonized, at least back in the day, you would have to have performed a miracle.
A miracle.
While you were alive on Earth.
Right. But so now is this just like the WWE Hall of Fame? If you have cancer,
they
you're
just
in?
throw Drew Carey in there for no reason. Drew Carey is actually going to get canonized next.
Well, he deserves it. Just for whose line is it anyway? I mean, honestly.
And just like whose line is it anyway? In the Catholic Church, none of the points matter.
Yeah. Saint Drew Carey.
Mersh, I don't want to correct you, but I'm reading here they're actually going to shoot the kid's body out of a cannon.
Oh, that's how they canonize him now.
Now, you know what? Honestly, I was about to ask Pessy, what does a Jew know about the Catholic Church? And then I stopped myself.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently we invented it.
Yeah, I was going to say, and then I realized, same difference.
Was skilled with computers and was dubbed God's influencer. Lauren Green has.
Okay, we
Hold on a
deserve
second.
the wrath of
God's
God.
influencer?
Oh, he is coming with a sword.
What is this?
More on the first millennial to be proclaimed a saint by the Catholic Church.
I can't wait for the first Zoomer. No cap. I can't wait for the first Zoomer.
You can have broccoli hair.
No cap.
Are
dude.
can we get a plate glass window with broccoli hair?
Oh, I'm sorry. Saint Skylar's going to be a problem for you. I want a candle. No, it's just a. It's not
Saint.
It's go ahead.
Saint Phase Skylar.
It's got to be a phase. There has to be a phase in it. Yes, phase Skylar.
What's your clan, bro?
And they're not candles. They're vapes. They have vapes.
From the time
It's an
Carlo
LED votive candle.
Saint Phase Skylar 420.
of the mountains dew.
Was a child, he possessed an extraordinary faith, even though his parents weren't very religious. But Acutis brought his family to a deeper faith.
And in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Ghost, no cap. And then everyone has to go, no cap, like together.
There's a like button on his fucking grave.
May all your blessings be bussin'.
On God.
Acutis died of leukemia in 2006 at just 15 years old.
Not exactly a miracle.
Jesus.
Yeah, why couldn't he cure his cancer?
Yeah, then I would have been like, all right, make that kid a saint.
Type F in the chat, boys.
Was a child of the digital age, teaching himself computer coding, and his devotion to Jesus compelled him to start a website to document Eucharistic miracles around the world. His mother told me that early in his life, Acutis was exceptional. He was able to speak at
His
5.
last name was Matata.
Saint Hakuna Matata.
Months.
He was very advanced. And of course, also the profundity of his faith.
Okay.
The way
he couldn't
he
talk
was
at 5
able
months.
to speak.
Stop lying to everyone. That's not a thing.
He was so smart.
You're
My baby was so smart.
It's everybody does that,
My
right?
babies, no, honestly, my baby's smarter than other babies.
It's not.
The fact that he wanted, since he was very small, he wanted to enter inside the church, to stay in front of the Blessed Sacrament, the cross of Jesus. And so these were all signs.
In 2020, the Vatican confirmed a miracle
does have
attributed to
broccoli hair
Acutis. A young Brazilian boy was healed from a pancreatic illness after his mother prayed to Acutis. Last year, a second miracle confirmed a young woman was healed from a brain injury.
That's
from
the best picture.
That's the miracle because of what prayed?
Bike accident after her mother prayed to Acutis in Assisi, Italy.
So they've been praying. Okay, so if you pray to this dude and then
So
you
if
get
you're
cured-
blasphemous-
how does this work? Hold on a second. I really don't understand this. So if you pray and then you get cured, that person could become a saint? So like if you had like a disease, right, and you pray to Epstein and then you get healed, does he become a saint?
Yes.
Okay.
Where his body lay. I spoke with Bishop Robert Barron, who says his canonization will hopefully inspire.
Yeah, but what does he know? He can only move diagonally.
You fucking idiot.
Damn it.
Such an idiot. Did they bury him in a tracksuit? What is this?
He was a big fan of Fidel Castro.
Is this the Squatting Slavs Facebook page?
It's so fucked up.
More faith among young people.
I think the church, in holding Acutis up, is trying to draw those people back.
So it's marketing.
It's the most pressing issue in my mind in the church today, the disaffiliation of the young.
Pope Francis announced Acutis will be made.
There's like a lot more Christians. They just don't like your fucking woo-woo shit, dog.
Your woo-woo shit.
Woo-woo shit.
Saint in April. In New York, Lauren Green.
That was a. We're
That's a
gonna
weird one,
burn
right?
in hell for this.
All right. Let's see. Oh, this is good. We have a little Wes Watson update. Our boy Wes Watson.
when you see someone as amazing as Wes Watson on your screen, you couldn't fathom how it could be real. It's gotta be all fake, because I could never even understand how the someone would pay $95,000 a month in rent. So I'm just
$95,000.
But that's
you know where you live, Star Island.
But you say these things where it's like there's a reason why nobody does that.
gonna talk shit that he rents his pad, and I'm gonna fully just skip over.
Dude, it's like Roy said too. You could buy, right, a really nice luxury condo.
Yeah, of course.
Like in the Porsche building, where everything's automated. There's a restaurant and everything in the building. You have everything catered, all your needs catered
of
to.
course.
The landscaping's taken care of.
Your Lamborghini goes to your room in an elevator.
And then you could own it. But you could own it.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't have like a mansion to show up, but it's like you'd still have a cool place to take people back to and fuck and have a drink and eat. I mean,
right.
it's what is a house really? Like, it's not that. This is such a great example of like psychologically where these hustler types are always like, look at all my cool shit. And it's like, okay, then how much cool shit do you have? Like, you got one cool car, you're like, oh, that's cool.
And their mansions are always empty. Like you notice that? They have because they also, so he's renting this place, but he also rents it with the furniture. So he doesn't even own anything in it.
But yeah, and I mean, to me, it's not a matter of even the wasting of money. 'Cause who doesn't love to waste money? The difference is like I've seen people that have money, but they manage their money pretty well in some areas, so they've got like low overhead, and then they blow money, but they blow money on cool shit like jet skis,
right,
and like parties with their friends and like cruises and stuff, where you're like, oh, you're having fun with it, but you just have $95,000 a month every month off the rip in overhead just for a place where, and I've said it before, this guy clearly has no friends. So it's not even like the mansion's like a thing where you're entertaining guests. You know, I noticed the same thing about Opie recently. I was watching an Opie video where he's doing it from his beach house. And like he's doing his thing and he's sitting on his deck that's like beach facing. And I realized all the furniture's dingy and like there's not a lot of chairs. There's not like
you're not entertaining
he's
people.
Not bringing anyone over. He doesn't have any friends. You're just alone at your beach house.
Right.
With all this overhead. It just seems empty to me.
Have $95,000 a month, and I'm in his comments all buck-toothed and cross-eyed, he fucking reads his plan.
All right, so Wes Watson has been continuing to struggle with the haters. It's gotten so bad, his parents are DMing.
Too lazy to try, by the way.
People threatening to sue them for making
I like
fun of
Royce has to clarify, like nobody by now doesn't know that cadence. So like, all right, man. Apparently Wes Watson's like a massive homo, and like
Wes. You know, the big bad alpha male, Wes Watson, needs his mom and all his minions to defend him.
Yeah, his mom was going and like defending him.
Because he keeps getting gadooshed by his haters.
The guy used the word gadooshing. The guy said that they're on there gadooshing me.
That's funny.
And as he gets,
you are being good. Can I say you are being gadooshed though, Wes? I think that's the word. You're being gadooshed right now.
Gadooshed is I like the word.
Now I'm gonna use it.
Hell, it's causing him to just lose it, which is hilarious to watch. I mean, he has a meltdown every day on Instagram over the dumbest shit, and he's just so easy to troll. Like, he's always responding to the haters, and now he keeps doing impressions of them. And it's just so funny to think this is somebody's life coach. You know, people are paying this guy $6,000 a month to get advice from him.
Yeah, that's the real scenario.
You think that detailing business kid's doing well? The one that we called? Remember that kid?
He is. When did we talk to him?
About 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago.
So he's about $6,000 in debt.
Yeah. Okay.
Real close.
Check with me in another month. I'll give you an update.
Okay.
Your life, stupid. This about Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk. They want to be all up in your personal lives. Why?
You
You
piece of shit.
This is
you piece of shit. You put your personal life out there. All you do is film yourself yelling at lawn people.
Why? Because theirs suck. Bad.
And then you call people out, and then when they confront you, you tell the gym management and get them kicked out.
So they're like, hey, what is that? Is that a new girl? Ah! He fucking reads his plan.
Like, this guy really convinces people to go into credit card debt to pay for his course. And it's so funny because you can tell when he starts to lose clients or business isn't going well because he starts flipping out about how people are broke losers for not having tens of thousands of dollars to give him. And he always tries to make it seem like it's not a lot of money by talking about how much money he has and how 20,000 is nothing to him. But he only has this money because of the broke losers that pay him.
Yeah.
So that's why I get so worked up about it, because he needs their money.
It's too lazy to try getting worked into a shoot.
Backwards, you know, it's like, you're broke, I'm rich, give me money, you idiot.
The fact that there's so many fucking grown men and women who don't have 20 fucking grand.
Because the people that do don't give it to morons like you.
Yeah. I think a lot of people have 20.
Yeah.
Like Wes, let me break it down for you, right? Like we do this show, then Royce does his own show, I do my own show, right? When I'm doing like Nightwave or we're doing RTC, if donos are not flowing in, I don't assume it's because nobody has $1 to their name.
Right.
I just assume it's because at this time they're choosing not to come
Exactly.
off $5. That's fine. That's how people are, you know? If I walk by a pizza place and they're like, hey, pizza pie, and I go, no thanks, they're like, what are you, broke? You can't afford pizza? And you're like,
And then I go, but that's none of your business.
Yeah, first of all.
But that's none of your fucking business.
And could you keep it down? Because people can hear you.
Shut up.
People can hear you. It's a secret.
Oh my God, that would be lame. Holy
No,
shit.
what would be lame is leasing a Lamborghini and leasing the fucking SUV. You stupid homo.
You know, most people I know got millions. Like, and we're
Well,
not.
then ask them for money.
Yeah, why
do I gotta give it to
They
you?
should be able to peel off $20K, no problem.
Like, we're at the bottom. Like, having some M's is whatever. And you motherfuckers don't have 20 grand and say it's expensive. And the program doesn't even start at, it starts at 3 grand.
Okay.
For what?
To learn how to be as cool as this
I
guy
don't
is
even
clearly
understand.
being.
Yeah.
How the you can have so little self-worth that in your one motherfucking
I
life.
feel like not giving you $6 grand is where I'm showing myself.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You would choose to be a fucking peasant. It's
Sir, let me put it this way. I fucking drink and I go on trips and I gamble and I peddle my money away. Sir, I spend my money way better than the people that are giving you $6 grand a month. You know what I mean? At least I have something to show for it. They're just going, I don't know, Wes told me attaboy.
No,
keep my
but
chin
here's
up.
the worst part. And then he doesn't even, he
doesn't
gives
do
them
anything.
money. He doesn't even talk to people. Like, he promises he one-on-one sessions, but he doesn't even do them.
crazy. Who the fuck thinks that lowly of themselves?
Yeah, so that's Wes driving around in a Lamborghini and a
That's his convict.
Bugatti, yelling about how peasants don't want to give him money, which he needs to afford the Bugatti. Like, imagine spending all your money to finance this guy's lifestyle. You know, it's like, I'm sick of being a peasant. Let me help this guy pay off his Bugatti. That should help. And people think if they pay him, then they'll get to hang out with him or something. So he has to lecture them about that too,
Oh, yeah,
because they obviously expect more if they're paying $20,000. But Wes, he only does like a 20-minute call, if that, because he doesn't want to talk to these people. So if someone asks him how much one-on-one time they get, he flips out and acts like it's an insane question, because that's probably the most asked question. And
That is, if you're paying that much money, that should be the number
I feel like
one.
you deserve to know, right?
Yeah.
At least have an idea.
he's sick of hearing it. So he has to lecture them and try to convince them all it takes is 20 minutes, and he can teach you how to be a millionaire.
Wait. Here's the best one. This is how a dumb fucking 9-to-5er thinks. Well, how much time do I actually get to spend with you? What the fuck? We're going for fucking results here. We're going for value-driven results.
We hate these fucking ham and eggers. Am I right, brother?
9-to-5ers, they suck.
Losers.
What if what I know took me 20 minutes to tell you?
Then it wouldn't be worth $6,000.
No, it would be worth like maybe $25.
Or worthless, actually.
Or worthless.
Because I think you're an idiot.
Yeah.
And you would make millions and millions.
You're a guy that we're going to check back in like 5 years, and you're going to be destitute, broke, and explaining how you were canceled by some sort of Me Too.
Millions and millions.
Or more than likely you're gonna get accused of something by some chick with a face tattoo.
Yeah, or if we're lucky, you go back to prison for scamming people.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Would you fight to have your money be exchanged for time still? That's how fucking you know you're stupid. You guys are fucking psychopaths.
Yeah, you're right. Not the guy who's yelling at the lawn guy for doing his job. That guy's not the psychopath. We're psychopaths for Mersh, not giving him $6,000.
Forget about yelling at the lawn guy. He's not a psychopath. He's the guy yelling at potential clients right now.
You're the felon.
No, but imagine if you saw a furniture commercial at night that was calling you a douchebag because you can't get a new Ashley furniture like sofa.
Oh, you can't afford an ottoman? What are you, poor? You fucking loser?
This is the problem with you fucking ham and eggers. You 9-to-5 fucking losers. You morons can't even afford a sectional. Why is the furniture guy yelling at me on TV?
If you're like, wait.
I don't know, but I'm buying some. I like its gumption. I like its gumption.
You fucking losers can't even afford a certified pre-owned Toyota RAV4.
I can actually. Don't tell me what I can't afford.
Yeah, I dare you to come in here and apply for our little financing.
Honey, we're buying a RAV4. I'm not going to let this asshole get the best of me.
It's the most hostile Toyota-thon we've
ever
seen.
This piece of shit.
Put your own fucking bow on it.
Yeah.
All right.
It was a pleasure doing business with you.
How much of my money am I exchanging for your time? You fucking idiots.
You fucking retards. You morons giving me $6,000.
Yeah, because, sir, for instance, like if I go into a strip club and they go, do you want some private dances? And I go, how much? They're able to explain how much per song.
$6,000.
Okay, but for how long?
2 songs.
No, you don't even answer. You just start yelling.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
We're looking for boner-driven results here at Tootsie's, okay?
Boner-driven
These
results.
are boner-driven results. It doesn't matter how long the dance is.
Boner-driven
It's
results.
that you're going to come.
At some point.
Think that way? That's the first understanding that you're a fucking dumb shit 9-to-5er.
Yeah, and he can't spend too much time with his clients because he's busy. You know, he's got a lot going on, and he needs to get back to coping with getting gadooshed by his haters.
I'm really
That's
enjoying
more
the term
important.
gadoosh.
I really am. I am. Me too.
Stuff.
That they all sit there and gadoosh me.
Gadoosh.
You're a gadoosh bag.
Yeah, you.
Oh my. Oh my
All right, that's a sticker from now on. Gadoosh bag.
Gadoosh bag.
God. Imagine this stud, this ringleader of Reddit reviewer.
Sir. When you talk about you're a ringleader and all this stuff, right? It really kind of undermines the point you're making when I can hear a cavernous echo throughout your empty home.
Yeah.
This ringleader of Reddit reviewers who gadoosh me.
Oh, this is
Bro, Gadoosh really.
It really is
How many
great.
times has he said it? Gadoosh really got under his fucking skin, dude.
Oh, the world we live in today. No fucking way.
Yeah, so he's been going through it
You have a
recently.
tattoo on the back of your head.
Yeah, because it's cool.
I guess it's not easy getting gadooshed every day on Reddit. You know, it's a tough life for Wes. Even driving around in his supercars is now starting to take a toll on him. The poor guy has sore feet from driving around in his Bugatti. That's
Watch.
seriously
Yeah, no,
what
watch,
he's complaining
watch.
about on Instagram recently. You know how difficult it is to drive around in supercars all day, which I'm pretty sure he's just driving for the sake of driving half the time. You know, he's not
where's he even going? He's in an office.
No, it's not your
going anywhere. Like, he's just driving so he can record a video in his car.
I just don't even fucking want to. My feet hurt. You guys don't realize driving hypercars and supercars and SVJ or a Bugatti or something, that shit whoops your ass. Fucking by the time you get in and out the motherfucker, you sit in it for 45 minutes, your back's blasted. You gas it a few times, you drive like an asshole, you're gripping the fucking floor with your feet and shit. Sometimes you just gotta take your fucking shoes off and put them on the fucking fluffy ass carpet.
So now he's basically just complaining about being rich. Like, this is supposed to be an alpha male, but he's talking about how his feet are hurting.
My tootsies hurt from my Bugatti.
This is
from driving. So he needs someone else to drive so he can rub his feet on the fluffy carpet. Like, these are the biggest problems Wes deals with. You know, his feet hurting from driving and his Reddit haters gadooshing him.
Well,
and then he has the audacity.
This is where I fucking hate this too lazy try guy, because it's like, you're not driving around in a fucking Bugatti, dude. So maybe you don't know what it's like, how bad it hurts your feet.
Yeah, you know what it's like getting gadooshed on every day, dude? You don't even know a clue, dude.
Like, I don't know. I just drive like an 8-year-old Cadillac, but it's very comfortable.
Yeah.
I don't put my feet to the floor. I don't obnoxiously spin my tires and everything. So I just kind of sit back and, you know, I mean, it hurts after a while. I mean, if I've got to drive like 10 hours, my butt will start to hurt a little bit, but you just get out, walk around a little bit.
Why'd you also buy an SUV? You have so much money.
Yeah.
Balloon filter on Instagram. You know, first it was the leaf blower, and now it's balloons. He's getting triggered by.
Oh, that's a good meme. I just read it. Hold on, let me go back. Just arrived in Miami. Time to find Stress Watson.
Okay, that's
Stress
really funny.
Watson.
Stress Watson.
He's getting triggered by. It's hilarious. But apparently, this is how an alpha male is supposed to act, and you can learn how to be like this for only $6,000 a month.
Inspire them when you give them a workable path that will change these balloons.
It's better when they pay attention to them.
Is somebody gonna get?
Fuck these balloons!
Can somebody please give Wes the turkey or the cowboy?
Give the cat, please.
Damn it! I hate that shit. When you give someone a workable path, this is the most sought after spot to live in Miami.
Where are people? I have a question. Where are people commenting that he's like responding? Is this Instagram?
This is Instagram, yeah.
Because I want to tell him his lips look mad kissable. Like, I want to go and tell him that his lips look mad plump and kissable, and I want to kiss his plump pink lips.
It's like Star Island and maybe hibiscus or palm. But there's Star Island, there's hibiscus and Palm Island, and then there's San Marco.
The balloons.
Guys, the balloons are back, guys.
So fucking funny. I'm so distracted by it. The balloons make this so great.
San Marino.
The internet is so fucking childish.
And Revo Alto. Fuck these fucking balloons. How the fuck do you turn that shit off? And who the fuck designed that shit so we could put their head under my foot real quick?
Yeah, so
honestly, Instagram, the greatest thing they ever did was add that to their stupid lives.
Oh, God, that was so good.
User messaged him a month ago about his cores, and he's just messing with him. He's like, how long until I start renting escorts and yelling at people on Instagram and flipping out at leaf blowers? So then Wes got all pissed, and he's like, oh, you're just one of those haters from Reddit. But apparently he didn't block the guy, so he messaged him again. You know, the same guy on the same phone number messaged Wes, and he's like, I'm interested in your coaching. Can you let me know the details? And Wes fell for it again. He's like, what's up, bro? What's your main focus? And he's like, basically, I'm 5'5", 240, and I eat cupcakes and chips all day, and I beat my stick 8 times a day and do some other disgusting stuff. And Wes is like, are you messing with me, or do you really do that last part? Don't waste my time. And he said, I really do it. So then Wes sent him a rundown of his course. And the guy's like, all right, I'll do 12 months for $40,000.
$25,000 for 6 months. Like,
he's like, great, you need it. He's like, first I have a couple questions. Do I need a leaf blower? Do I run escorts? Do I run supercars? Do I run a mansion?
What an asshole.
Reddit users all day.
Do I need to turn gay?
Oh, these are good.
Responded and said, I knew you were a troll. And it's like,
and then he sent him a picture of a leaf blower.
He already did the same exact thing to you. And if you knew he's a troll, then why are you wasting your time with him? And then the guy just responded with a leaf blower. And Wes is like, you're a weirdo. I'm blocking you now. Yeah, so it's getting tough out there for Wes. And recently he's really disappointed because originally he thought one of his haters was going to finally pull up at the gym in person, but they didn't show up. And he's really disappointed because he said he's looking forward to getting a BJ from them.
Kind of sucks. I heard some fictional stories online that one of these guys was going to show up here on Saturday at 8 a.m. and nobody's here. I was going to get a BJ before arm day, but now I just got to go hit.
Why do you want to?
First of all, you don't want to get a blowjob before you work out.
No, it's a drains you. It's
Saps
like a
you in your
nap.
strength. Yeah.
Arms. Thought it was going to be baby arm day.
Yeah, so I think he might be starting to miss prison a little bit. I mean, the way he talks about it.
All right, so look, you get it. We could do this. Wes Watson's a lot, but
he's fun though.
No, he is. But
I like Wes. He's the goodest boy.
Okay, but what about the baddest bitch?
It is getting heated in the south suburbs between Tiffany Henyard and some members of the Thornton Township
So this
Board.
is daily now. There's just a daily.
Every day we have an update.
This is live where 2 board members are continuing their holdout. Nate.
Yeah, Don and Scott, except for Tiffany Henyard's staff, there were literally more news cameras present tonight than Thornton Township
That's a big boy. Jesus Christ.
residents. One trustee
Don't say
telling me
shit
all
about
of
his
this
scarf.
No, I wouldn't say anything about that. No, I call him sir.
boils down to an open Board of Trustees seat. Nearly an empty room. Just 2 residents in attendance, along with
only 2 residents.
Supervisor Tiffany Henyard's staff.
Unfortunately, we cannot pay your bill or do anything to move forward because the Board of Trustees did not show up.
Henyard wanted to move forward on agenda items, including renewing insurance policies, township bills, establishing a new bank account, and filling a vacant trustee seat. Is it safe to say that you all's fear is that Henyard could appoint a yes man?
Oh, definitely correct. I mean, my assumption is that's the what's intended.
Chris Gonzalez is one of 2 trustees who opted not to attend tonight's meeting. He told me after December 7th, residents will decide who their 4th trustee will be. In addition to unanswered questions about spending, Gonzalez says that's why he and trustee Carmen Carlisle will stay away.
That's our intention, is to let it go to the people, let them decide. Obviously, we're adults. Whoever gets picked, that's who we're going to work with.
Thornton Township includes 17 South
This is
suburban
so
communities.
She's just got this place hostage.
This whole town cannot function because of her. Oh, let me read some of these donations. Forest Mommy, my title to the Saints of ROTC. I prayed to you guys once and then plug texted me his new number. Blessings. She gave us $50.
There you go. Thank you.
We're Saints now.
Blessings upon you.
Delisted. Happy Thanksgiving, you ends. Love you guys. Keep it going. Keep going, Fs. Go Lions.
Not this week.
Arsman says, Royce, I'm Dominican, but my mother uses mofongo with pork as turkey stuffing on the turkey so it tastes like bacon. That sounds pretty good, actually. Yeah.
You gotta do something with the turkey.
Yeah. Lord Pepsi says, what are y'all thoughts on Gladiator 2? I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I haven't heard good things.
Yeah. Kill Dodson says, Pepsi, go ahead.
Oh, I heard it's okay. It's not as good as the first one. It's not as action-packed, and Denzel kind of steals the show.
Well, yeah,
even without kissing a dude.
Really?
Even though he did it.
Then what's
they
the
made
point
him
if he's
do
not
it.
going to kiss a dude? They made him do it, but then they cut it from the movie.
That's hilarious to me.
That is very funny. Kill
'Cause they
Dodson
can.
says, Gadu sounds like an insult Jack Black would say to you. Kill Dodson says, hey guys, why do Jews love football so much? Because they get the quarterback. Haha, corny joke. I know.
That's what we're dealing with here. A lot of this made-up garbage that goes viral and that is very harmful to people.
C7 News I-Team digs deeper into a report about alleged misconduct in the San Mateo County Sheriff's Office and the false information that's being spread about this case.
The temperature in San Mateo County politics could...
What's up with this dude on the left, bro?
Yeah, he's
It's like an ambulance chaser.
he really does look like a dodgy lawyer on a fucking park bench.
much higher.
That is so true. And Dan Noyes is back to show you how we got here and, Dan, really where we could be headed.
Well, Dan and Kristen, now keep in mind the 40 current and former employees who spoke to the investigator for the audit were allowed to remain anonymous and did not testify under oath. The sheriff and her chief of staff tell me they are trying to counter many lies as they bring about much needed change in the department.
We noticed that there was no security at all whatsoever.
When the Christina Corpus administration took over the new sheriff's office building, Chief of Staff Victor Iyenjay told me they had to install an $800,000 key card system, metal detectors, and bulletproof glass in the front doors.
And then part of the the security for our employees, because we have a lot of employees in there, is that we selected a number of floors to have blockers and put a few rifles in there in case of an emergency. That was the purpose.
Like an active shooter situation.
Absolutely.
Near the offices for the sheriff and her executive staff on the 5th floor, they installed a gun safe to hold 3 suppressed rifles, or rifles with silencers, each labeled.
The sergeant came in with a big bag. He said,
But why?
Here are the 3 rifles, okay? Put them in the safe. And He and I both made a combination of the safe, closed it, shut it.
By the time the 400-page report came out and the Board of Supervisors announced the results, suppressed rifles near the executive offices had become a problem.
Wait, what's the problem? I'm trying to understand what the issue is here.
Ordered the delivery of suppressed rifles to the sheriff's office last month.
The report
so
listed allegation number 11. I&J, Sheriff Corpus, and her executive team improperly possess suppressed rifle.
I'm sorry. What? I'm sorry. Am I missing
What?
something here? Because you have to understand, we live in like Polk County, so for us,
yeah, I don't understand.
all of
this.
our sheriffs are fucking
Well,
armed
this is
to the
California,
goddamn
so
teeth. I guess,
weird.
but it's like
yeah, in Florida, like
everything
civilians are allowed to have suppressed.
No, but everything I'm hearing doesn't sound.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't understand what the problem is here. Oh wait, because California is not suppressed on any rifle or handgun.
But
well, no, I figured that's it. But I mean, when do
police?
cops have to follow the rules?
Yeah, cops. The whole point of being a cop is that you don't follow the rules.
Suppressed rifles. But retired Judge Ladores Cordell, who performed the investigation, cleared Sheriff Corpus, her undersheriff, and assistant sheriff.
Who
but
is this
sustained
tiny woman that's in charge of the fucking sheriff's department? That seems
the
kind of
accusation
scary.
for I&J because he is not a regular salaried full-time peace officer. Cordell did not mention that I&J has trained extensively as a reserve deputy, including a tactical rifle course, and that he worked for
Okay.
9 years at the sheriff's firing range as an instructor.
Oh, come on. And
everything was going on, and
I think the problem here is that he's not law enforcement, so he's in possession of an NFA item.
Oh, who
Oh,
fucking
well, there you go.
cares?
California's gay.
Oh my god! Is this really how this is there?
I guess.
Yeah,
I guess that's the issue.
It's
how I
it's
saw
insane.
people
It's
turn-
California, dude. It's insane. Come on.
and doing pretty shady things in law enforcement and lying. I wanted to make sure that at least I was protected in that.
After the county executive removed I&J from his chief of staff position, he called Undersheriff Dan Perea, who memorialized the conversation in a memo to the sheriff. I&J asked Perea to change the code to the safe and said, quote, "This is how they are going to try to get me."
What I meant was that we're going to try to do something with that, like blame me for something, maybe something goes missing, because there's this narrative that was being creative of I was scary, and that's the furthest from the truth.
On November 15th, a Friday, the sheriff cleared staff from the 5th floor and ordered the rifles removed from the safe. And that's when the rumors started flying. I received calls from the Board of Supervisors and inside the Sheriff's Department saying that Corpus and her Chief of Staff were under arrest or about to be arrested. All not true.
To have my 85.
Bro, California is so weird. Even with like we have like Suppress Fest here, where you go shoot suppressed guns.
You can get, I can go buy a suppressor if I wanted to.
Yeah, I don't. This one's crazy.
Cook in the books, but the parade will go on, just not the latest earnings report. Macy says that that's being delayed after a former accounting employee hid more than $100 million in
$154 million.
First of all, I'm shocked that Macy's corporation has $100 million left.
books.
So that's a fucking hefty amount of money to hide.
Parade will go on, just not the latest earnings report. Macy says that that's being delayed after a former accounting employee hid more than $100 million in delivery expenses.
$154 million in delivery expenses, so like the furniture and shit like that. Maybe is that what they're talking about?
This reporter Alexis Christoforous has all the details. Hey, Alexis.
That's right, Kira. Macy stock coming under some pressure here today after the retailer said it's been forced to delay the release of its quarterly earnings report. That's after it found an employee intentionally hid up to $154 million in delivery expenses for the past 3 years.
But hid him in what way?
Now, Macy's, which also owns Bloomingdale's and Blue Mercury, said it discovered this accounting issue while it was preparing its quarterly financial statement. The retailer says the employee in question no longer works for the company. And in a statement, Macy said it promotes, quote, a culture of ethical conduct and is working diligently to complete the investigation. Still.
But hiding in what way? Like for personal gain? Because
I don't.
they're not.
Yeah, I don't. Unless it was.
No, it's stock manipulation.
Yeah, they were probably cooking the books. Like,
Yeah, he was cooking books.
Is raising alarm bells with some financial analysts who say they're now concerned about the competence
Yeah, and
of
Merce,
the
he
company.
was doing it for the good of the company because he cares so much about
That's what
Macy.
I was thinking. Well, we all should care about our great institutions.
Somebody at the top was having this dude do this to make the numbers look better. That's the only thing I could think of, right? Because why would why would accountant give a shit? If you know what I mean? Accountant's job is to count the money, right? So
he was doing it for 3 years. They discovered it at a quarterly report. How many quarterly reports did you?
Yeah, seriously, dude.
It's 11 quarterly reports where you were just.
This is some fucking Madrigal electric from Breaking Bad shit.
Miami Proud is presented by FPL, working for you
having no competitors, so we raise the price of power every year.
every single day. Learn more at FPL.com.
FPL, if you're in South Florida, you have no choice.
/storm.
FPL, where the fuck are you gonna go?
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
All right, time now 5:56 in this week's all-new Miami Proud, a college basketball.
Hi, both of them.
Hi, both of you.
Hey.
A coach is breaking barriers by climbing the ranks despite facing a big challenge since birth.
CBS News Miami Steve Majiri tells us how he is paving those new paths for those with Apert syndrome.
What syndrome?
When wing passes to middle, once the top crosses.
Retards.
Ron Bennington disease.
Ron Bennington disease.
Yeah.
Again.
Frank Caniglio is the brains behind the plays for the United.
He looks like what Thor should look like.
Yeah.
Oh, he's like the radio.
College basketball team.
It's like basketball radio.
Learn and adapt is his motto. He's had to do that since he was little. He was born with Apert syndrome, a birth defect that causes
That makes you
deformity.
handsome.
Look how handsome he is.
It's a disease that makes me the most handsome man on the planet.
It's a disease that makes you look British. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you have that disease, if you move to certain parts of England, nobody would think you have anything wrong with you.
Oh, does he have the innits?
He's got the innits.
They just call it Tom disease.
Yeah, Tom.
Hello, Tom.
Yeah,
Hello,
just move to England, dude. No one even fucking know, bro.
Deformities on the skull, face, teeth, and limbs.
When I was born, my fingers were like.
Whoa!
He's got like sloth hands.
Whoa! That dude's got a finger on top of a finger.
Double finger.
Do not let him get his hands on the one ring.
Oh, no.
He looks like a bad corpse dummy in like SVU.
Yes.
He pitches really hard from the fine gloves.
Stuck together.
I'm getting stronger.
Watch, he does a fucking
Dunks.
a spin and a fakes out the black
Flip.
kid.
Oh, yeah.
And then just fucking right under his leg and then fucking dunks it.
He needed several
flips.
surgeries.
Kobe!
And he had to take speech pathology sessions as a kid.
He's throwing
This
elbows.
dude's probably so cool though.
Tree, like I used to have like to teach me how to use my tongue to.
He now goes by Coach Frank.
Rebound, finish shot,
Which is weird because his name is Steven.
Frank got his foot in the door as a student manager in college.
His club foot in the door as a student manager.
It's a club
They wanted me to dip a toe into coaching, but I didn't have toes.
They're
But I
wet.
thought I'd give it a try.
My feet look like Lego feet.
You know, it's like I like to say, ball is life.
And one.
College. His current role at United International is the second different
Mascot.
assistant coaching job he's held. On top of drawing up the plays and making sure the team has a full schedule, Coach Frank also helps out a lot with recruiting. And a number of the players on this
He's
team
just
were
going up and approaching young black boys and they're like, ah! running.
recruited from overseas.
I think he can really start at point guard.
Head coach Mohsen Kyle says Coach Frank helped lure him to the college. He says at 23, Frank's knowledge of the
I thought if I didn't join, he was going to haunt me.
game is way beyond his experience level.
This passes across.
And some of the plays that he draws up are pretty advanced, so some of the players are just not ready for them.
Frank says
He's too good.
he never viewed his condition as a crutch and says he's
Even though he needed one for most of his
Yes,
life.
for real.
living proof that other people with Apert syndrome can become coaches as well. His ultimate goal is to become a head coach.
I feel like
a weird-headed coach.
It could be pretty inspiring, showing people it's possible to follow your dreams.
I just want to be recognized for something other than just constantly getting confused by the guy who played Willow.
Oh. Warwick Davis.
Warwick Davis, yes.
He's already treated
How
like
great
a
was
head
Life's Too Short?
Dude, fucking hilarious.
coach, since he usually gets the first
We still got to work on some rotations and finishing up our shots.
and
And
the
you,
last word.
Washington, real fucking weak shit out there. Let's really pick it up. Okay, let's hustle.
When the team breaks a huddle.
Throws a ball at one of their heads. He's a violent coach. Like Coach K, like throws the fucking chairs out on the fucking court.
We don't need you out there throwing bricks, okay? I got you. We brought you in here for rebounds.
Yeah,
stick to rebounds.
Hits him with his clipboard. Oh, he's like really violent.
By the way, things that were in real life probably said regularly to Dennis Rodman. Yeah. We don't need you out there shooting, okay? You're a rebound guy. You get rebounds.
Get rebounds.
Listen,
shut up.
The moment you have a ball in your hands, your job is to get it to literally anyone else.
And make it right. I just need to make it right. I made a mistake, and the best thing I can do.
No, a mistake is like, okay, so like forgetting to pay a parking ticket.
That's a mistake.
That's a mistake. Yeah. That's an honest mistake, right?
Scratching somebody with your door, like that's a mistake.
Hey, we all make mistakes. That's why pencils have erasers.
But this man, caught on camera, man turned himself in after police said he attempted to rape a smoke shop worker.
Yeah, this was the one
An update on a story you saw exclusively first on 10. A man accused of attempting to rape a woman inside a Miami Springs smoke shop, talking to Local 10 as he was put in the back of a police cruiser.
Local 10's Trent
Yeah, I
Kelly
was
live
bricked up, dog. I ain't know what to tell you.
this morning in West Miami-Dade with more from that suspect.
All his life.
Yeah, just start putting your mic on now. It's fine. It must have just fell off.
Yep.
I guarantee you it was all set up and it must have just fell off.
That's right, Eric and Alex. We know that surveillance video of that attack first aired right here on Local 10, and that footage really shocked the entire community, including the suspect himself, who told us yesterday that he turned himself into police in part because he saw video of himself on TV. He spoke to us just moments before being booked right here into jail.
And to make it right. I just need to make it right. I made a mistake, and.
But listen, Tyrone Armbrister. How do you make that right? You tried to rape her.
The best thing I can do.
You don't understand, Royce. I tripped on some loose tile, and as I was falling,
I grabbed her
terrified
breasts.
this woman into a corner and tried to fuck her.
That happens to all of us.
That old song and dance.
Officers walking Tyrone Armbrister out of the Miami Springs
That old
Police
soft
Department
shoe.
before booking him into jail Sunday night. The 30-year-old now
If I had a
facing
nickel for every time that happened to me, I'd have Tyrone's bail money.
3 felony charges.
Under the influence.
Yeah, but that's only because he got a no cash bond.
Not in Florida, he didn't.
Armbrister says alcohol caused him to attack.
All right, but that's the thing, right? I have been fucking hammered before in public. I've never tried to rape a woman that worked at a vape shop.
Yeah, you don't drink tequila.
That's actually, if I did, I probably would.
You would, yeah.
Like a store clerk.
I feel like if I was hammered, though, I'd be easier to push away.
And when you're hammered, you just jerk off and then go to sleep. It's so easy.
Oh, best sleep of my life.
No, but
You
it's
kidding
so
me?
Yeah,
easy.
you jerk off, you
Guys.
order a little DoorDash, and then you fucking, you go to sleep.
Yeah, you drink water until the bed stops moving.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, bro, I've been there.
Fucking Jesus.
For help inside a smoke shop.
Where you hear?
I hate it.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than the spins.
This month.
I mean, I guess almost getting raped at a smoke shop might be worse than the spins.
Nope,
the
spins are worse.
You're right. Because at least in this scenario, you feel wanted.
Oh my God.
The best part was he tries
the touch of another man.
It's so funny though. He tries to do a felony attempted rape, and then he doesn't even grab like a pre-roll on the way out.
No, he doesn't smoke. It's not good for him.
Oh, that's.
Dude, this dude did a felony attempted rape, and all he could say is, "My bad, dog."
Yeah, we all make mistakes.
That's on me.
Surveillance showing Armbrister dragging the woman to a back room as she screams for him to stop.
My sincere apology, and I hope that she's okay. And like I said, she's the main concern why I came back because, you know, someone has to take responsibility.
You do. You're not. It's not up in the air. You're not heroic for taking it. You're the one that tried to rape her.
He's making it sound like his brother died, and he's now raising his brother's daughter. You know, like
Someone's got to step up.
Someone's got to step up and just take responsibility and be a good man. It's like, no, you tried to rape somebody and then you turned yourself in because your face was all over.
Yeah, but it was Dollarita night.
Yeah, that.
Brister turning himself into police after Local 10 aired video of the attack.
Someone had to come to me and tell me that, okay, but you on TV.
Have you ever done anything like this before?
I don't know. I black out when I drink.
I didn't remember doing it this time, so I don't know why you're asking me that.
That's why I shot you.
Have you ever done anything like this before? No, normally it's in a dark alley and I'm successful. Oops.
Yeah, this time I really pushed my my limits.
Get away, please! Please get away, please!
Police arresting Armbrister on sexual battery, false imprisonment, and burglary charges. Armbrister telling our cameras last night that he believes someone slipped something into his drink, which...
One of them
Rape juice.
One of them rape drugs.
I had something slipped into a drink one time in my entire life. You know what I did? I passed out.
Mm-hmm.
That's generally when people slip things in your drink. They don't slip rape pills in your drink. They usually just they're for you to get raped.
Mm-hmm. I slipped Viagra in his as a gag, and then I left the bar.
That's fucking.
He was all bricked up, and it was weird. It was only dudes there.
I did that to a buddy of mine in like high school because his girlfriend was a virgin, and she kept dick teasing him. Like every time we would hang out, she would always leave him hanging. So I put like that horny goat, like the early gas station dick pill stuff. I put that shit in one of his drinks, and he was bricked up all night. He was so frustrated.
Why he acted the way he did that night.
I would have felt really bad if you raped her. Like, whoa, I didn't know my friend was like that.
He is still being held here at TGK this morning and will likely appear in front of a bond court judge at some point later today. Or
so he's going to get let go?
This week. We'll keep you posted on what happens.
Oh, he'll get let go, but he's going to have to pay bond. It's Florida. They're not just going to ROR him for that.
No.
He's going to have to pay some.
No. Terjek says the Macy's account was grown from a lab like a new report we saw an hour ago. Our man says between Ozempic and trans men, we are currently facing a full-on titty genocide. Nightwave?
Yeah, we will be there 10 o'clock tonight, and if you're not there, I don't know what to tell you. I'm very disappointed.
I say la vie, bro.
That streamer chick? She's still around?
I don't know.
The one that was banging the gorilla?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What?
You're thinking of Shaq's wife.
No, Jesus. I at least I wasn't being racist.
I'm not being racist. Pessy, you're next?
Yes, sir. I'll be rating myself shortly.
Virgie's going live tonight at midnight after Nightwave.
There you go. Or maybe not. I don't know.
Cool.
That's our Virgie.
Hopeless.
Yeah.
That guy on Twitter's right about you, Virgie.
I never said he was wrong.
There's so many people that now everyone's going to think they're that guy.